daily news, Mel wants to always get stuff from me, and I don't do it. I mean, people ask me, but ironically, and they did not care. It just happened because I think I shared with you. I started contributing to the talk. My one with them was like this, but they gave me full credit and everything for it. But that was just ironic. That was, yeah. Also, I will. I thought you knew. And then long jeans. I'm doing long jeans, but I'm back and forth. No, it's this week. So, Brandon, what we'll do is I'm going to ID it with my name, then I'm going to let you ID it with yours, and just do your first and last. Yeah, actually do your first and last.
Oh my God, it's going to be so amazing. We're going to have so much fun. Use each other, rely on each other, reach out to each other. It's going to be the best experience that you have. You guys are the brightest and best. Love it.
Tell me about why you're here tonight.
Well, I'm here in support of my friend Brandon, who used to be a Point Scholar, and we're just here to congratulate and show our, support for the Point Scholars.
Why is being a Point Scholar important?
I don't know much about the Point Scholar, program. I've just gotten into it, and Brandon's really showing me around and showing me, what it's about. And from what he's telling me, it's all about a big family, and it's all about coming together and learning more and more about the community, and growing together and being big together. And that's what he's teaching me so far. So I'm learning now.
And so you were on a television show.
Yeah, I'm on Logos TV, Finding Prince Charming. Brandon and I are both on that show. And it still is actually airing right now. So it was phenomenal for us, and it was definitely an adventure. And we definitely was a house full of guys, and we learned how to be a family or not be a family. So either or. Yeah.
So what happens after the show's over? Do you know?
Friendships or hate and not friendships. So it's roller coaster reality TV. But I think it's an amazing thing because it's something that our community has. We haven't had a show that with all guys in the house and all guys fighting for one guy. And so people are worried and nervous and trying to see what it's going to be about.
Well, I've been here for the past, I think it's 3 years or so, and I just love going to this event. I love what it stands for. I love the people that I meet. I love being here. So I would come no matter what. Even if they didn't invite me, I'd have to sneak my way in.
Tell me about why you love it so much.
Well, I think that it's very important because, in my personal opinion, even within my career, education is number one. It's always important to keep education ahead of everything else. And so these kids they're getting that. They're wanting to pursue further education. They're wanting to get smarter. They're wanting to go to greater schools and do more in their lives. And so it's important for a foundation to help those kids build their dreams and do more. And so I think that it's so important. And the more people that are aware of this and behind it can raise more money and can help these kids and do more within their communities. So I love being here because of all the great things that happen for not only these kids, but for overall, just everyone.
Hi, Jason. Good to see you. I just saw you last week.
Did you see the movie?
I haven't seen. No, is it out yet?
The movie's coming out on Friday, October 7th, The Birth of a Nation. I'm going to be at the ArcLight Theater in Hollywood with around 200 of my closest, dearest friends.
We tried to get into the red carpet for the premiere, but it was booked solid. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, makes me excited.
So how have you been the last week? Has it been even crazier?
I've been to Denver for the Denver Open. I went to UCLA Film School for the Open. I've been doing radio interview press. I'm on the cover of LGBT Weekly. Nate Parker, God bless him, said the nicest thing about me. Thank you, Nate, in the article. So that was wonderful. I'm so excited about the premiere, and I say to all the students out there for the Point Foundation, keep showing up. My dad always used to say, what you do is you put on the tie, you show up for the interview, and you put your best foot forward. And what he meant was be your best self all the time and keep showing up. And that's what I did. And I'm 106. I showed up. I finally got a good part in a movie that's actually coming out. It says Birth of a Nation everywhere. I almost dropped dead. I can't even believe I'm here.
Well, we're here to support this amazing foundation. They do so much for the community and with scholarships. And, education is so important. So that's why I'm here.
Well, I think the LGBT community has been some of the most fun people that I've known in my life, and I think it's about time we had a party.
Yes.
You?
Me? Yeah, exactly. Could you also just give us a congratulations? Well, I was actually honored with Lena Dunham about 3 years ago, so I became a huge fan of the Point Foundation. I'm a television writer and producer, and I really have, for my whole career, tried to write about gay, lesbian, and transgender young people and adults as well. So it really is gratifying to be here to see how far we've come.
Do you think, especially nowadays, it's important to keep people inspired and keep moving forward and having their voices?
Absolutely. You know, today, 87% of people with HIV know their status, but only 30% in the United States are fully treated and are undetectable. So that's a travesty. We have to improve those numbers. So we don't talk enough about it on television or in movies or on social media. And we have to get that word out, particularly amongst young people of color. So that's a message that I want to include in the work I'm doing on television now too.
Was it the Normal Heart? I watched that last week, and I lived through that whole period of time, and it's amazing that people have forgotten what that was like.
In 1995, our show ER created the first ongoing lead character with HIV. To my knowledge, there really have only been 3 ongoing lead characters. Gloria Rubin's character, Robert Gant's character, he'll be here tonight, and Daniel Franzine's character. So we really have not addressed the stigma of HIV as well as we should on television, and we need to do it, especially in light of those really bad numbers.
So my name's Eric Leonardos. I am recently on a show called Finding Prince Charming on Logo, and you can view it on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. And I'm here because I support the Point Foundation.
You're on that show. I couldn't think of the title. I watched it religiously.
Do you? Awesome. Thank you.
I turned off my cable because of the election. I just can't take it anymore.
I don't even know who's running. I'm like, it's crazy, right? Yeah. So no. Yeah. Thank you. I think you're being a fan of the show. We appreciate that.
Because I feel like what you guys do is more than just, I don't know, you take these really dilapidated, rundown homes and you create something really beautiful. How is that?
You know, with Tarek and Christine and myself, we look for the worst of the homes, and I love creating my magic, the trust that they have in me, which is amazing. Turn me loose in a home that's just the worst of the worst, and it comes out to be the best of the best. So we really enjoy it, and we love what's happening here tonight with the Point Foundation. The opportunities with the scholarships and everything. This is awesome. We're so glad we're being part of it tonight.
Well, I'm here because this is there are a lot of organizations out there. This is definitely one that I have had great appreciation for a long time. The support that it gives to young folk who, to sort of get past some of the obstacles that exist to rise through the educational system at the higher ranks is a powerful thing. And also the leadership component and the mentorship component. There's so many elements to the Point Foundation that I think are pretty extraordinary.
Tell me about why you're here tonight.
Well, I'm actually here to introduce Robin Roberts, who's a friend of mine. She asked me to introduce her. So she's being honored tonight. And as a spokesperson for GLAAD and an advocate for the LGBTQ community, I couldn't be happier to do so.
So were you familiar with the Point Foundation before this?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I want to be honored by the Point Courage Award. What's wrong? I just, any organization that's supporting the LGBTQ community is something near and dear to my heart. And I think, we're moving forward in the right direction, but we're still not there. And I work with the Trevor Project, the LGBTQ suicide hotline. I work with GLAAD, and you still see teenage suicide as 3 times likelier. Did you just grab my arm? You did.
I did not.
He did.
No. I took my hand out of my pocket. I swear I didn't. Well, unconsciously.
Okay.
I mean, now that I see it, it's never mind. There's no way to win at this one. It's still 3 times more likely. Youngsters commit suicide, and it's about really bringing awareness. It's about acceptance, and I think we are moving in the right direction. I'm thrilled about that because I've seen leaps and bounds just in the last couple of years with marriage equality and things like that. So I'm here to support them.
Well, I'm here tonight because we're going to give some scholarships away and raise some money for some kids that need to stay engaged in school. And when I read about the Point Foundation and all the good work they do, I was really shocked that the dropout rate is what it is for LGBTQ youth, and that's unacceptable. So, I know there's that It Gets Better campaign that's out there, but you know what? It gets better, ... when you have something to look forward to, like an education and getting out in the big wide world and away from your horrible high school, because high school is just something you gotta suffer through, all right?
Is it bullying that causes people to drop out?
Look, bullying is so much worse now than it was when I was a kid. I can say that I had encounters with kids that were brats, but the bullying has just gone next level, which is really pathetic because we're in a first world country. We should be a little more highly evolved, but we're not. So I'm just thrilled to be here and celebrate, the people who are doing good work.
Well, I'm excited to be here tonight to talk about the Point Foundation Scholarship. An organization like this, a foundation like this, is greatly needed in our community, and anything that I can do and any way that I can support, I am 100% in.
So tell me, what were you working on this week on the show?
I was doing a movie called The 10th Date, so it's a new romantic comedy with myself and Megan Good and Kelly Rowland. Yeah.
When's that going to come out, do you know?
I think in March 2017, quick. Yeah.
Was it here in LA or were you
LA. It was my first time ever shooting in LA, believe it or not. Yeah. No, we shoot in Vancouver. Yeah, we fake it for California. We fake it very well. Yeah.
That's how you could get that. Is that guy really English that played the
Freddie Stroma? He is really British. He's from the UK. Yeah.
Maybe Canada made that easier. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, being in British Columbia, the accent just kind of rubs off on you.
Well, I'm a big supporter of education, and I feel very strongly that you judge the health of a nation on the welfare and the success of the youth. And the Center for Disease Control recently did a pretty major survey, kind of the gold standard of surveys, and the kind of challenges that are particularly our LGBTQ youth are facing in the school system, particularly in our public school system, are devastating. We can't overstate how challenging it is to be a high school student, period, but furthermore to be struggling with any kind of sexual or gender identity issues and being faced with increased violence and hostility in the classroom. If we don't protect our children and we don't support them as they're making the journey through our educational system, we can't expect to have a flourishing, prosperous country. We're losing these students at an unprecedented rate, and the numbers are actually belie probably worse statistics than we even are aware of because they're surveying children who are actually attending school. Almost a third of them have experienced violence in school. Most of them experience bullying on a daily, up to 26 times a day, and frequently, and this is truly heartbreaking, from faculty. Often, once a day, they feel that it is coming from faculty members. We're losing some of our best and our brightest because they do not feel that they're in a safe environment. It's heartbreaking, and they said as much. The CDC has said that this is heartbreaking, so we need to do better. And it's organizations like the Point Foundation that really are reaching in and saying, we support you, we want you to make it through the educational system, we want to give you the financial support to do that. And the process, I'm sure it's glacial to change this in this country, but we're going to get there. And but it's something I care about very, very deeply as a mother and an advocate for public school education for everybody.
So I'm a fan of your show. Oh, cool. Right? How to Get Away with Murder, correct?
Sure, yeah.
How's that going this year?
It is going well. Yeah.
It's pretty dark. It's a pretty dark show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's super dark.
And it gets almost Shakespearean once the murders start, it seems.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, accurate.
Are you having fun on the show?
Yeah, I'm having a blast. I mean, it's more than I could have dreamed of as sort of a entry point into the industry. Yeah. I love my cast. You know, I'm having a great time. Yeah.
So tell me about why you're here tonight.
So, the creator of How to Get Away with Murder, Pete Nowak, he actually was honored by the Point Foundation earlier this year for his work bringing visibility to LGBTQ folks on screen, and he asked myself and my castmate Conrad to present the award to him, and I've sort of been involved ever since. I think it's a terrific organization and necessary, unfortunately, just with the rate at which LGBTQ students drop out, to incentivize them and encourage them in any way to pursue academics is important.
I got an invite to a party and I had a pink outfit. I wasn't going to waste it. And then I Googled it on the way over in the car, and it's for kids who go to college, so I thought I could get a scholarship or something. I never went.
Well, I love your outfit. Where did you get it?
What?
Where'd you get your outfit?
Oh, it's Ashton Michael.
You look gorgeous. I love your hair.
You? Me too. I bought it.